I like that. Anyway, yeah, I'm working on me. I'm talking 40 hours, no breaks, plenty in your team. That's real. See, my dream couldn't fit in your sleep. My zip code probably the same. I still do not live in your reach. I'm out of here. Don't ever think that you can hurt me. A peace of mind you will find in me if you search me. The goal is to live on earth without thinking of living earthly. I get off track and just pray that God to alert me. I'll be ready though. Where we heading though? I'ma get what's mine. Ain't no begging no. Ain't no stressing no. They already know. I cut that off if they can't help me reach my blessing though. Let's keep it brief. I limit my mistakes to keep me feeling honest. Live the way that frees me from a guilty conscience. My heart and mind got so much going on, but I'ma try to do my best until God call me home. I be thinking of a way when you see me go. And no matter what season gone by, I be staying out the way. I be eating off. Yeah, I'm working on me. I'm talking 80 hours, no breaks, plenty of teeth. That's real. You say I can't, oh, that's a BET. Hey, they must think I'm playing. Show me the PPE, I show you how to build a beast. My energy keep me from talking average. Safety glasses. Another Friday. Welcome to Troy Graham Experience, Daddies Lounge number 58. 58. Let me pat myself on the back because I can. Number 58. I'm here. I'm here. What's going on, everybody? It's Friday. You know, you got life, you got dreams, you walking in the path of your destiny. Good Lord, still keeping you here to finish whatever work you have to do. But a smile on your face. There's nothing else to do. If you're going through it, and guess what? Once you go through it, it's sunshine. You just have to walk through the rain first, whether you have an umbrella or a hood. And keep that faith and walk with the Lord. It'll always end up all good. Trust me. I know. I know. I'm not speaking to your experiences. I'm speaking because I've experienced it. See that? I don't know what your experiences are, but I know what mine are. You can, by this patch right here, you can still see I still hold the scars. Yeah, man. Feeling good, lively, and blessed. What does thumbnail say? What does it say? That's a good question. It says leadership requires the courage to be misunderstood. Yes, sir. That's what the thumbnail says. Leadership requires the courage to be misunderstood. Indeed. Yes, indeed. But you know what? It takes a whole lot of courage to push past and just step up and say, I'll be the first to do anything. It does. And you gotta also, you can never do it by yourself. I mean, you might start it, but you can never carry it through by yourself. And then to maintain it, you have to ask yourself, who do you have around you as well? Because what people pour into you is what you reflect back out. What's put in gets reflected back out. And that's something I know. I'm not a, you know, I can say that I've come into that place because I wasn't always the first one to step up to do anything. When I was in school, I went to sit in the back. First little job I got working at McDonald's. Well, that wasn't my first job. I worked at a butcher shop, which was illegal. I was 15 when I worked there. $25 a week, which was even more illegal. $5 a day. Not even $5 an hour, $5 a day. When you're young, you're dumb, you're 15, you don't really know too much. $20 was a lot back then. Mm-hmm. Wasn't much about speaking up or stepping up. As I got older, on the other hand, you can only step on my feet so many times before I say ouch. And I'm not gonna keep saying ouch. I'm gonna push back after a while. So that's what got me here. Feet got stepped on one too many times and I got pushed up. I pushed back and they pushed back and sometimes you end up down and you got to push yourself back up to put somebody else down so you can come up until you are up and very few people can push you down. That's where leadership qualities start. You have to first learn how to follow in order to be a leader. God didn't make you a follower for no reason. He don't really pick the ones who are ready. He picked the ones that are willing. Like I know a lot of people who can fight. I do. I know a lot of people who have the knowledge to do businesses and all that. But are they willing to do it? They're willing to take that chance. They're willing to fight. Are they willing to build? Are they willing to network and go put in the work it takes to build? Because right now, I keep hearing this stupid statement: "We're not like our ancestors." No, we're not, because they made the ultimate sacrifice for a generation that they would never see. So no, we're not like them. Because what ultimate sacrifices are we making now, especially in these times, for a generation that we won't see? Don't count your children. Don't count your grandchildren. You see them. I'm talking about for their generation, their kids and their grandkids that you won't be around to see. What work are you putting in? See, because sometimes I used to sit at home when my children were in school and I would ask that, what sacrifices am I making so I can make their tomorrows better than my todays? What? Mm-hmm. And that's just it. But you know what? You can only ask so many questions before you get tired of asking the questions and you have to venture out and say, I'm gonna go get the answers. And it's not always easy finding answers. People are gonna knock you down. And those who knock you down hard and fast, those are the ones you really should thank because they're getting it over with quick. The ones who come and, oh yeah, you can do it, but just understand, it's hard, and just in case you don't get there, other things you could do. Those are the chip away ones with a smile. No, I don't want that. I don't want none of that. I want all my pain now. But it never comes like that. So don't ever. If you get all your pain now, how in the hell would you grow? Hmm? How in the hell would you grow if you had all your pain right now on purpose? How would you grow? It's a fantastic question. I had I was up about 3 in the morning a few days ago. So brother Jay Horn, I think his name is Jay. Yeah, Jay Horn. Jay Horn. That's his name. If you watch Big Jaw, then he's his partner, right? They roll together. So he was coming on saying, he's been doing a couple of podcasts and he had to pull back on doing some of them because they're not even getting 1,000 views. And I'm like, wow, that's his criteria, huh? Get 1,000 views. I've never Troy Graham Experience has never gotten 1,000 views. Major Key with Troy Graham has gotten 1,000 views more than once, right? But then he was saying, yeah, sometimes you got to switch up. and do other things, And I put my little words in there in the chat, and I explained to him that I started off interviewing legends and boxing and all that. We had a good 3, 4 year run, and then you know things kind of went dry. And he's like, "Yeah." So now I'm switching up. I'm doing this Daddy's Lounge, and I'm building. But he said, "Yeah, that's how it is. You got to. Sometimes you got to change. You got to change up. That's what you have to do sometimes. If you stay the same way, you can only build on the same subject or subject matter for so long before people are like, can't keep feeding them. It don't matter. Okay, imagine if all you ate was chicken. You pick whether it be breasts, thighs, legs, chicken buck, whatever, chicken neck, whatever it is. It's just chicken 7 days a week. Chicken, or how many days you want to take off and rest your body from chicken. But it was just chicken. How long could you sustain that? You're just eating chicken all the time. What's for dinner tonight, honey? Oh, we having chicken soup. What's for dinner tonight, honey? Oh, we having barbecue chicken. What's for dinner tonight, honey? Having dirty rice with chicken. What's for dinner tonight, honey? Oh, we having baked chicken. What's for dinner tonight, honey? Oh, we having chicken salad. What's for dinner tonight, honey? Oh, spaghetti and chicken. Lasagna chicken. Stewed chicken. Air fryer chicken. Chicken wings. Stuffed chicken breasts. What's this stuff with? Chicken. Imagine doing that. How long can you sustain that? I mean, you could change it up, different seasoning, but it's chicken. Chicken pizza, chicken egg rolls, chicken fried rice. I mean, come on. What you got? Chicken with oxtail seasoning, something, you know? Talk to me, man. Chicken fajitas, chicken tacos, chicken wrap. How long you gonna do that for? The leaders are the ones who step up and say, even though things are going good right now, we got to do something different. But why you want to mess up this? This is going so good. It's steady. Yeah, it's steady. You know what happens with steady? It steadily starts to go down. That's what steady is. You take that chance. Like, I took a chance jumping out here. You know, this was me jumping out here. So I jumped. I ain't worried about them. They, I jumped. And here I am. And some days I get no views, 12 views, 40 something views, whatever views. It's coming. I'm not going anywhere. I don't care. That's a lie. Change that subject. I am going somewhere. I'm going to wherever the good Lord leads me, and and I'm going to go higher than. And if He says go higher, I'll go higher. Right now, He's just sending me through something so I could appreciate what I get when I get there. Like I always said, I want to have 1 billion subscribers. If I have 1 billion subscribers and everybody sends $1 a day, $1, or even 50 cents a day, that's $1 billion or $500 million, right? 500 million. You know how many lives you could change with that? Man, they say you're not gonna take none for yourself. Of course I am. Don't be silly. I like the number three. So take out 30% out of there. So if I get $1 billion, I'll take out 30%. What is that? 300 million? Is that right? No, because half a billion. Yeah, it's about 300 million. So yeah. That still leaves 700 million for me to help to focus on the things I want to do to help people, like feed the homeless, mentoring programs. Do you know that Utah conquered the homeless problem? They have a program. It's multi-layered program. They conquered the homeless problem. I would love to go down there and talk to whoever did that and bring it back up here because it can be taken care of. There's enough money in this country to take care of that. Out the same way that St. Jude's has a hospital for people with cancer, I want to build a hospital for people with heart that have heart disease. That's what I want to do. That's my ultimate goal, to build a free hospital for people who have heart disease. I can do that with a billion subscribers. Like I said, 50 cents a day, $1 a day, that keeps the hospital open. Even if like someone like me who was born with it, or you got it based on you could have had a bit of lifestyle problem. You could have something tragic could have happened to your heart. Who knows? I want to help you. And it's not just gonna be about your heart. There's gonna be some holistic programs in there because your mind gets fractured and you go through something traumatic as open heart surgery or heart transplants. You get a defibrillator, you have an ablation, two of them, where they run cameras down your throat, things like that. Your mind stresses out. But I would love to do that. Billion subscribers, send me 50 cents a day. That's $500,000 a year. Yeah, that's 500,000. Half a billion. Half a billion. We could change the world. Imagine that. It don't take that much. But you got to have that thing in you. Gandhi made a quote about be the change you want to see. I want to be the change, not just the change, but I want to also be a change maker and a legacy builder. Meaning that, okay, you want the change that you want to see. Now allow God to guide you into finding some more changers out there. I gotta stop talking with my hands, but let the God guide you to find some more changers out there, people who want to change things, Let them find you. Let them guide you. Yeah, man. Be beautiful. Be beautiful. Man. Imagine that. Imagine if you did that. Let's say if you have 1 million subscribers. Everybody sends you $1 a day, 50 cents a day. That's 500,000. That's 500,000. That's $1 million. You still could start something with that. You probably can't start a hospital, but you damn sure can get investors, and that'll help you to get your program off the ground, no matter what it is. My thing is, I want to really start a hospital like St. Jude's. Really, I do. Right? And I definitely want to help the homeless because that's scary. I've seen families out there, young families, like under 30, in a shelter. I've seen people in their teens in a shelter. You know, shouldn't be like that. You out there with you have two little girls out there, and your wife, and you under 30 in a shelter, and you got to go look for work and leave them in that crazy place. Things happen in shelters. It's wild, and it's just wild. So I mean, when I see all these different things, protests, and what we're going to do about this or that, if we just stop focusing on the problem and start working on a solution, the world will be a better place. They want you to focus on the problem. Oh, black and white. Nothing that's going on right now is black and white. Nothing. Man, it's things out there that is simple hatred. Yeah, it's black and white, but the overall problem is not black and white. The overall problem is that you have You have a man in who's president who wants to take over the world. He wants to stay in there until he dies. And if you don't think that's the truth, just like he wouldn't cut Medicare, he wouldn't cut this. America would never vote for a dude that's been divorced twice, treated on all his wives, want to sleep with his daughter, robbed back the porn star while he was married, no pull out. No, America will never vote for anybody like that. Stop it. You did. But you did. Probably saying we talk politics or we talking fatherhood today. We doing everything, man. We doing everything. It's Friday. Well, it's free for all Friday. We can do it. It shows about leadership. So leadership doesn't stick to one thing. You know, you just go. You just go and go and go. And yeah, I'm typing again while I'm on. Yeah, I do that a lot. Hold on. Forget about yesterday because I want you so bad. So anyhow, man, today is Friday and I'm feeling good. Who's this Pastor Barbara? But there's so many things that run through your mind when you do this. I would love to tell you that when I do these shows, I'm going to simply focus on fatherhood, but why should I lie to you? Why should I lie? I shouldn't lie, should I? No, I shouldn't, because, lying don't get you nowhere. It gets you nowhere. But the fun part is when you have this vehicle, you're free to do what you want. Long as you stay focused and make it do something that has a point, then, you're good. I don't know how many times I've listened to shows that have no point, and I'm just there for shits and giggles, like I say. And maybe that's what the point is. Sometimes you need to woosah. Sometimes. Sometimes you just need to do that. Like I come up here and talk a lot of times to myself. I'm getting very practiced at that. And then a lot of times, a few times I've talked to others, right? I'm still here. I'm just typing. So I don't even know how this sounds because I have the other YouTube open. Let me close that. So this is the hardest part for me because I'm more or less better inside in group settings. That's why you see me do interviews a lot. But then I said, let me get away from that and let me grow. I mean, because I could easily just say, let me put this person on and we'll talk about this. We'll make that the show. But I want it to grow organically. I don't want to have to keep asking people, hey, 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 come on. And then, of course, I'm thankful when they do come on because majority of them, when I ask, they come. You know, I just don't ask all the time because I simply want the show to be built on one. You appreciate what the host is saying. You appreciate the subject matter. You just know what time is coming on, and you say, "Well, I like going over there at this time because he really enjoys himself. He really has something to say, and it calls out to my soul." You know, that's what I like. But those things are just positioning and building, building, building. Like the look of the show, the sound of the show, body language, energy, all of that is important. Every single one of them. But they shall come in time. That's why I took this. I stepped up to be a leader and said, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it. Come high or low. I got it. Don't need you to do all that talking, boy. Forget about. Oh, I didn't do it? Okay, let me do it while we're sitting here. I thought I put the thing out there. I'm here talking this whole time, and I didn't even invite anybody. You got to invite people if you want them to come. And there you go. So, I got to stay on for a while today. Not now. Stay on for a while today. I got something on my mind. Got something on my mind. I'm just gonna keep going through this, keep talking, and you all keep listening. I could easily play music too, but what's the point? I want to play any music. And yes, I'm gonna be rude and flip through my phone while I'm on here, because sometimes you have to do that. Darius Casey, there's too many Darius Caseys in here. Tell you what we're gonna do. Okay. Yeah, that's the hard part of this. Okay, I got it. Close that. Well, I can't close it because I need to share it. Okay. But yeah, I remember I was talking to him. I was on a brother's page today. He said he was on a movie set. I'm not gonna say which one. And he said he mentioned something about some political issue that was on his mind to one of his coworkers. Next thing you know, I think they sent the they you know that they do that they dismissed the brother or sat him down or whatever the case may be. And then I was telling him they can't silence the strong. You know, you can't silence the strong. What? Because you have your own opinion, they want to silence you. If they could silence strong, you and I and everybody that look like us wouldn't be here. They would have ended us long ago because we can't be silenced. Yeah, cannot be silenced. Those who want to be silenced will be silenced, but not the strong. And then I told them, look how God worked. The subject matter of my show today is leadership requires the courage to be misunderstood. Invited a brother, told a brother to come on the show. All right. Actually, I'm gonna invite him again. Oh, he didn't even get it. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna invite the brother right now. Hopefully he'll jump up on here. Yeah, because I'd definitely like to hear his opinion on this subject matter. Maybe he'll tell the story of what happened on the job. I had the brother on the show before. He's a incredible rapper, Thunner Brown, right? I call him the lyrical barbarian. He's incredible. He I met him on DJ Rebel's show, Sean Rebel. So if you remember these names, Thunner Brown, Thunny, and then Brown. And if you just jump on YouTube, Facebook, type in DJ Rebel Faulkner, Faulkner, reach out to them, or even on here, you'll see their videos. Just like with my program, hit share, like, and subscribe. Yeah, do it for those brothers too. They come with very purposeful entertainment. I'm gonna have them back on here also. I've had both of them on here more than one time. I had Thunner on here once. I had Rebel on here a couple of times. So yeah, they always. I like people that have a voice and have a purpose. Sure, you could be entertaining, but I want you to have something to say as well. Definitely want you to have something to say. Here's a good brother right here. Let me see if I can get him on. He's another brother who does a fatherhood show. But and it was my granddaughter's first day of school. Can you believe that? With her beautiful self. Her first day of school. That is that is my heart right there. My little heartbeat. Yeah, I'm gonna call her after the show. She has a iPad, so I call her on iPad. I'm surprised she ain't calling me. She always calling me with something going on. So yeah. Hold on a second, y'all. I don't want y'all to hear this conversation. Hold on. This whole time I had the Bluetooth on, I think. Yeah, I still have it on. Just like me to leave the Bluetooth on. All right, let me try this again. Mr. Darrell. I don't know who that is. There's so many names in here. It's amazing. I don't know. I had to erase a lot of the stuff off my phone. Forget about yesterday because I want you so bad. Um, yeah, I forgot about that. Some of these names are from years ago. Let's see if he answers real quick. But yeah, I'm gonna cut this off in a little bit. I just feel like going on. Like Eddie Kane said in the Five Heartbeats, I feel like going. Oh, all right, y'all. I've been on here for 35 minutes. That's good enough. I just want to jump into the whole leadership talk, and because I had a whole lot more to say. I had so much more to say, but it'll come in time. It'll come in times. And, the change to talk about fatherhood is, is something I'm doing now. I mean, it's something I always had in mind, but it's a conversation just like anything else. It doesn't stay on definitely fatherhood. It's just like boxing. Boxing is not about just the upcoming fights. There's a million and one things you could talk about in boxing if you know the sport. Just like with fatherhood, if you were driven to be there and you were there, you have a lot to talk about. It's not just about raising your kids, it's what you go through along the way. What led you here to be a married man, a single father, raising somebody else's child? What led you to that? There's so many conversations you can have. It doesn't have to stay on one thing. That's the mistake that people have. Oh, we talk about father now. You listen. It's just like Kool Aid. You can do a lot of things with Kool Aid, man. You can make Kool Aid. You could put it in the ice tray and make popsicles. You know what I'm saying? You could add some fruit. You cut open a watermelon, hollow it out a little bit, put some dark liquor in there. Pour the Kool-Aid in there, put the top on the watermelon back on, let it sit in there for a day or two. You got yourself a little strong taste of beverage. Add some more fruit to go in there. You could make liquor pops, sickles with that too. But it's a very tasty, strong beverage. Go down good with your Hawaiian burger. Say what one more time? Say what one more time? What is what? Say what one more time? I am my brother's keeper. But there's so many different avenues you can take with this subject matter. It just takes time to get it out to the masses. Takes a lot of time. So I will see you again on Monday. I'll be back like I'll say I will. Y'all have a blessed day. Uh-oh. Leave. I ain't gonna leave studio and not end the show.